How is everyone today? Happy Wednesday, happy Hump Day, and happy Thanksgiving Eve if you are in the US. But welcome in, everyone. It's good to see you all, as usual. I hope you've had a good day. And if not, hopefully we can make it a little better. But welcome in, Cray. Congrats on being first today. Higglety, welcome in. Bluma, welcome in. It's good to see you, loves. And to anyone who's lurking, thank you for being here. So yeah, it's our last prep stream before we start Ultimate Decades. Normally I would stream on Thursdays, but because of the holiday, I will be occupied with family pretty much the whole afternoon evening time tomorrow. So no stream tomorrow because of the holiday, and no stream Friday, one, because I need the time to actually like prep and test and make sure all my mods are actually working the way they need to be working. I need to do some game testing in the background and make sure that everything is set up and ready to go for Saturday. Christina, welcome in, love. And Ellie, welcome in as well. Good to see you all. But yeah, so Friday I'm going to be spending doing a lot of like background game testing type, making sure everything's together. But I'm also going to be hanging out with one of my mods is also a streamer. Actually, both my mods. Bluma is a streamer who is in chat right now, and Micah is a streamer as well. I believe Micah might still be traveling at the moment, but Micah's doing a 12-hour stream on Friday to celebrate her affiliate anniversary. So I'm going to give a shout out here to Micah. So if y'all would like to hang out with me there on Friday, because I'll be hanging out there like basically the whole time, um, while um while I do game testing and stuff in the background on Friday. So, and then Saturday's the day. Saturday is the day, the D-Day, basically, Decades Day, we can call it. The day it is all come together for, that we have prepped almost the entire year for. Um, and that is the first stream for Ultimate Decades. I'm very excited. I've been making sure my spreadsheets were all together. Tonight we're probably going to be focusing a little bit more on building than cast. We might go into cast depending on how I feel. If we like, my biggest goals tonight are finish the legacy lot that our family is moving into, and two, maybe even finish the castle, which we started a while back but haven't finished because Sims had some issues that caused delays and it wasn't saving, so I kept losing progress. But I think I have most of those issues worked out, or at the very least, I know what one of the main problems is. Sims was very much not liking my use of any kind of rug in that build. Not really sure why. Sometimes Sims be like that. I've got my owl mug tonight with some turmeric mango ginger tea. If you're drinking anything, tea, coffee, depending on your time zone, I don't know. My granddad drinks coffee like it's water, so I'm not about to judge anybody who's drinking coffee at like 9 p.m. But yeah, so we're gonna do some building tonight. You'll get to see what our main lot that we'll be living and game playing on looks like. And then maybe, hopefully, we can finish that up and then move over to the castle and finish that too, because we have a number of Sims we need to get moved into the castle. You just refilled your ice water. Love that. Hydrating queen. So, without further ado, let's bring us over into the gameplay. Hope you enjoy. I switched playlists. We've listened to this playlist before on stream. If it is too loud, let me know. I can turn it down a little bit. But if it's good, that's good. It's just really hard for me to tell how it's sounding to you guys because sometimes my little audio meters and stuff, they lie. They look good to me and they're not good for you guys. So it's always helpful for me to get feedback if you have any. But yeah, we're going to move over to our so here's the build that we've made for our legacy family to move into. Now remember, they were once fairly well off for commoner farmers, according to our lore. Candy, thank you for redeeming your daily blanket and welcome in. You play Hildegard when you sim too? She has a beautiful voice. And Jolene is a banging medieval song, just saying. I think Dolly Parton would be proud. Just, you know, I really do. Yes, very good arrangements. But yeah, so here's our lot as it stands currently. We are, of course, running on a budget for this lot, trying to keep it under 20 grand. So keeping it to starter build standards. Proud, but maybe confused. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, they are even. Okay. I moved our fields that we put together last Saturday when we were building. They were originally over here. I decided I didn't really like how that looked. And we had a fence all around. Again, I decided I didn't really care for how that looked, for our optics at the moment. So I moved it to like almost like 3 fields because they did operate on a 3-field system. And they did do crop rotation, at this time. So I'm gonna try. I'm not an agricultural specialist or an agricultural historian, but I figure it wouldn't hurt to try and show off some level of what the kind of agricultural norms would be in 1300. So we've got like 3 little narrow fields to do crops on. I need to do a little bit more terrain texture. Mud, 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 mud. And, yeah, but how was all of your days? Did you have good days? Were they bad days? I'd love to hear about them. If you would like to talk about them. But that is completely up to you all. Now, remember, our legacy lore is that the family was originally probably pretty well off, considering people were coming and asking them for, you know, quote unquote loans that they would never repay, and they have a large lot, you know, they've got a large allotment of land as tenements. So I think they probably were pretty well off originally, but you know, our lore goes that Robert Renbury, Gen Zero, was a bit too free with his generosity and would give and give and give, and now they have nothing left, basically, except the land in the house. And so they're really kind of struggling a bit, and that's caused some resentment between the Hob, our Gen Zero, the father of our first gen, and our heir, Adam. See, Cray, you spent all day in the kitchen making food for tomorrow. You feel very accomplished. You even made 3 pies. It sounds like you have prepped a wonderful spread, Cray. I hope you'll share pictures in the Discord if you feel comfortable doing so. We love food photography in this community. At least I do. I hope you all like food photography too. Um, I'm making, what's fun is like this is the first year that I'm bringing a dish with me to my parents' Thanksgiving. Honestly, I feel like I probably should have been doing that a couple years ago, but my money was extremely tight the last couple years. And I finally am in a place where my living expenses are a better balance because I moved into an apartment that has a bit less rent 2 months ago. And so now I have a little bit of expendable income and I can actually like make something. So I actually like went to the store. I even bought a casserole dish. I didn't own one yet. Oh, good. I would love to see the pictures. But yeah, so I'm gonna make like a roasted sweet potato with like butter and olive oil and rosemary and stuff. I'm gonna make like a sweet potato, like a roasted sweet potato dish. And I'm gonna be honest, one of the reasons that I volunteered for that dish is because I very much dislike candied yams. I don't like candied yams. I have an incredible sweet tooth, but I find candied yams to be nauseatingly sweet. So I volunteered to bring the sweet potato dish so that there would be no candied yams on the table. But yeah, I even got like fresh rosemary at the store for it, which granted is only like $2.30 a pack. But I'm still excited. I'm like, ooh, I got fresh herbs and I've got real garlic and make it more savory. Your family requested candied yams, but you're not a big fan either. Yeah. And like we're not having any little kids at Thanksgiving this year. It's me, my parents, sibling, and a couple friends. Like they're all adults. So you like them, but we normally do lightly candied, not marshmallow version. See, and I've always grown up with the marshmallow version, which admittedly I liked when I was very, very small. But because like what kid doesn't get excited about the idea of having something with marshmallows for dinner? I don't know. That's kind of how I looked at it. But as I got older, it's just like, I personally don't like it. If you like it, that's great. Hope you get your candied yams tomorrow. Hi, welcome in, love. How are you? Well, thank you for the lurk. But yeah, I've kind of got it as like 4 rooms, but I honestly might take out a room. Like that. Do it more like this, or I can hear Leo in the other room messing with things he should not. I feel like it would be fair, like the clothesline and stuff would be pretty close to the well. Because they would fill up the bin bit from the well. Like maybe even keep that part closer to the well. I wish I had a more like medieval looking version, one that was more bucket, less aluminum. Aluminium. Depending on where you're from. Aluminium. Let's see. Let's see. I kind of imagined Critical, welcome in. You've seen some wooden. Ooh, I will have to do some more searching. You've seen some wooden CC laundry buckets. I will look. But welcome in. Good to see you. Got a CC shop. Yeah, no. Got to do some more CC shopping. I've done quite a bit over the months. I avoided a little bit on the mod side for a while just because I knew the game was going through updates regularly with every pack. So I was largely waiting for that to finish before I finished downloading all the mods that I was going to be using so that they had a chance to get updated. You just did some for pose packs. I haven't really explored the pose pack thing. That might be something that I explore over the next 2 days while I'm prepping. You only just bought the laundry pack? Yeah. I don't remember. Just got into post packs and you enjoy them. It's just tedious. Oof. I've got enough tediousness with this challenge. I don't know if I want more. Is the only thing. I'm kind of imagining that this room was used largely as like storage and cellar aspect, but it'll end up being like partially converted to be our first generation heirs kind of wedding room. Let's see. You'd like to learn to use pose packs? You never have? Yeah. You've been doing it for special occasions mostly, so you can have a few extra cute screenshots. Very fair. You thought they'd be useful for storytelling? Yeah. No, for sure. This one is for the Legacy family specifically. Yes, this is our Legacy family lot. Cause like Morbid only said it had to be a 64 by 64 lot. I know a lot of people use the one on the island. I actually put a monastery on that one. I kind of wanted this one, and my medieval mod, aside from the one texture issue, please ignore, has done a pretty good job making everything look more medieval. I don't have to worry about like cars driving by or anything. Yeah, this one's for our Legacy family. So we've got our Gen Zero parents and their 3 sons. I've got a couple temporary lots. Sorry, temporary lights. Oh my gosh. I cannot speak sometimes. Usually stick to the smaller lots. You also don't stick to staying on the same lot. That's fair. I always liked the idea of like, because it makes sense. I mean, the land was typically inherited. So you ignore a lot of rules. As long as you're having fun, Higglety, that's all that matters. Do the challenge however the way you want. Like, for instance, Morbid's original challenge would have us immigrating to the US in like late 1600, early 1700s. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I'm not sure if I want to do that or if I want to stay in England. I think part of that will depend on what packs Sims 4 comes out with in the future between now and then. It sounded like my cat. Y'all, I'm gonna go check on my cat real quick because I just heard something crash. So give me a quick BRB and I will be right back. Nothing's broken. Nothing's broken. Everything's fine. He did knock some things down, but nothing is broken. My cat is kind of rambunctious. All right. But we're working on some stuff. Got a fairly big family as is, so I want to give him like a bigger dining table. I like that this one you can like visibly see the panels on it, like the pieces of wood. Cat's doing cat things. That's right, Nez. Welcome in. Megalodon, welcome in. Thanks for collecting your daily blanket. And thank you for the lurk. A part of me wants to be like, give them the hay because they literally like had to sell the chairs. It's a miracle they have a table. Because I could give them little hay bale seats. It actually doesn't look too bad with the table, honestly. But I could also just give like a super simple stool, which would also work. Like I said, I kind of like the idea that they had to like trade or sell the chairs to make ends meet um before we start the challenge. Get them real chairs later. Maybe a bit of combo. Kids may on the hay, quote bench. Ooh, that's a good idea. They don't like go together quite like that, but a couple like stools. Of course, we got to make sure we've got the minimum stuff. Like, we won't actually be using like a refrigerator, but I want like let's see. There's like some like shelves, but I don't think they're technically off the grid, which is the weirdest thing. It's like they're shelves. Why aren't they off the grid? But whatever. Something that they can just store the vegetables in. Rags to riches-esque. Exactly. Grab like some very Very simple, like kitchen. Obviously, in The Sims, we are a little bit limited by the game mechanics on what we can do. This is our oven, stove combo, you know, the quote unquote refrigerator, but we don't have ice to put in it. So it's not really like we're not going to be able to put ice in it, even though it's like off the grid, because, well, where the heck is a medieval peasant gonna get ice outside of like winter? So it's like wintertime, they might be able to like stuff it with snow, but like, why would they know that would be important? It is amazing what the mod community can do. Pinky, welcome in, love. Thanks for collecting your daily blanket. Let's see. You know, the like bucket on a little piece of wood for the counter sink aspect. Thanks for the lurk, Pinky, and for boosting your cozy. Let's see. Change the wood tones a little bit. Let's get some actual candles in here. No longer lurking, you're here. All right, welcome back, Kai. How was your day? Let's see. Hmm. Taking a little liberty with the number of candles. Okay, let's see. It was good. Deep cleaning your depression bathroom. It's coming along nicely. How was your day? My day was also good. I got to go home early today, which was nice. Gave me time to drop by the store to get the couple things I need for tomorrow. And let's see. And a little time to do some cleaning as well. I also was doing a little bit of cleaning, a little freshening up around my house. Well, my apartment, I should say. I don't have a full house, but I have an apartment. You love deep clean. Good luck. Bluma, you only needed a 3% cozy because you were already near the maximum cozy you could possibly be. So thanks for bringing your cozy vibes in. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. Working on that. It's because you're in matching PJs. That would definitely up your innate coziness for sure. For sure. So yeah, we've got the three brothers who are Adam, Richard, and Everard. Are our three Gen 1 characters. I did actually link the family tree in the Discord earlier today. If you cannot see the Ultimate Decades channels in Discord, again, make sure you've gone to channels and roles and checked off everything you want. Let's see. But yeah, so you'll be able to check in on that as the game goes on. I have not posted the rest of the prologue yet, but look forward to that. I'll probably post it in the morning tomorrow. I just want to edit it a little bit before I post the rest of our prologue. Make sure it sounds good. Maybe run it by a friend to make sure it doesn't sound bad, like bad writing. So yeah, we have 3 teen / young adult Sims. Now most people who were peasants would honestly, you know what I want to do? Is I actually want to like take out a wall, like completely take it out. Because most people would actually be sleeping on the floor. Make it a little bit of a smaller L. Maybe bring this a little smaller as well. Ray, you boosted your cozy by 27%. You're definitely bringing those cozy vibes in the chat now, and we love to see it. So yeah, more like this. Because honestly, people probably wouldn't have, like, considered, like, from what I've seen on diagrams, let me caveat that. From what I've seen on diagrams of what we believe these buildings looked like, outside of the exterior door wasn't a whole lot of doors inside. And no hallways, because hallways didn't become a thing for 300 more years. You're debating porting yourself a little vino. Ooh, you could. You could. You could get yourself a little glass. You know, you don't work tomorrow. Treat yourself in moderation. I know you're responsible, Cray. Not worried. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna use for Gen 0 parents. I do have like hay, like full on hay bed. Oh, that one's got like wood frame though. I think they all have like a wood frame. Oh wait, here's the one without a wood frame. Why does it say that? All right. bb.move objects. Anybody else who plays Ultimate Decades really wish that we had some sort of custom content for rushes. So I find it incredibly frustrating that I have to use like hay and like hay barn floor and stuff to get anything remotely similar because there's no rushes. There's not a carpet, there's not a floor swatch, there's nothing. If you know where to find one, tell me because it's something I've been looking for months. Lynn, welcome in, love. Thanks for collecting your daily blanket. Rushes are debated in living history community, which is part of the problem. Ah, I see. I didn't realize they were debated all that much. This room feels very large with this bed in it. but at the same time, I want the walls to match up. So move it down. Last day prep starting next week. We're starting on Saturday, Lynn. That's how close we are. 3 days. 3 days is all it is. Most reenactors find that scattered rushes really don't work. My understanding is that they would be bound and kind of pressed close together. Not scattered. As you walk across the room, yeah, no, that's why, like, from some of the, like, experimental historians I've seen. Oh, that is Helen Rom. Yeah, that's fair. She's the one I got it from. Is that they were bound. Which in my, like, that kind of makes sense to me. What time starting on Saturday? It will be noon Mountain. So I'm not sure where you fall in relation to Mountain Time, Len, but 2 p.m. Eastern or 11 a.m. Pacific is when I'm starting on Saturday. Yeah, no, I like her too. She's a fun historian. I like her. I like her stuff. I think we're gonna further make this smaller. There we go. I'll have to fix the texture here. All right. But some theories propose that the rushes they talked about in the source were rush mats. That's kind of what I've heard too, is either like they were bound or they were more like mats, which kind of makes me think of like tatami mats in Japan. I wonder if it was something kind of similar to tatami mats, but less reusable, you know, because tatami are bamboo, and so they need like aired out and washed and stuff appropriately, but can last a long time versus something that might have been like rushes, like the green rushes along rivers and streams and stuff, which probably degraded a lot more. You haven't found a single contemporary illustration that shows any hay-like surface, but there are plenty of illustrations of peasants weaving mats. Yeah. But there's not really, like I said, there's not really a good like woven mat custom content that I've seen that I could just layer on the floor without it costing like up the wazoo. Yeah, and I've seen those illustrations as well. I just don't have a very good I don't have a good like custom content replacement for that in concept. And my Sims has been acting weird when it comes to like rugs. So it's like I could use tatami floors from Snowy Escape. But that's all I can really think of using in place. Like I do have like this one mat, but again, it's like 50 per mat. Like this is the next closest I've got. That's like 50 simoleons per mat. It's like that's going to exponentially increase the lot value and stuff. I need it more like a floor swatch if I was going to layer it, or it's like I could size it up, but then it's like that's a really thick weave. Yeah, it's too costly unless it's a floor, and there's no floor that really does that unless I use tatami mats, like the tatami swatch is from Snowy Escape, but that's not really gonna look the same as what they would have had. So it's kind of like my compromise is like, because we know they would have had dirt floors under the matting if they were common. You know, they pretty much exclusively would have had dirt floors. Because it's like, this is the tatami mats, which it's like, maybe, but also some historians say the mats were for the elite, but peasants scattered loose rushes. But your thought is, who made the mats for the elite? Well, the common people. You know, it was peasants making them. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. 100%. It's like, I could say the tatami mats, but yeah. Yeah, there's no real agreement. I'm honestly just gonna give the boys sleeping bags because they probably would be sleeping on the floor. Because we got these brown sleeping bags from Horse Ranch. CC historic ones? Which ones? Because this one is from Horse Ranch. It's not custom content. There are some CC ones, but those look nearly the same. Oh, well, good to know. I might look up what those are. I'll make a note. I'll make a note to look those up. Just for comparison, if nothing else. You think... okay. Let me write that down. Historic. I know the sleeping bags are fairly recent development, so that might be why I missed it. Historical sleeping bags. Okay, made a note. But it's like the best thing I can do for, like, instead of them, like, sleeping on the actual floor. I love how they specify that the sleeping bag is functional off the grid. It's a bed. Like, other than the Murphy bed, I don't know any other Sims bed that wouldn't work off the grid. Anyone else? I don't know. Just seems like a strange thing to specify, all things considered. Maybe the heart one with lights and vibrating, but still weird. Yeah. There. Some sleeping bags, and then I kind of planned this one as like a spot where they would maybe put like storage and stuff, but it's kind of empty at the moment because you know who? Hobbs, good old Hobbs, the good boy, has given everything away. And it's spring, which is typically when their resources would be running low anyway. And good old Hobbs gave away what they did have. So it's like I'll probably stick some hay in there. But other than that, hoping to start a new Ultimate Decades with one room cottage, so you've been thinking about how to make everything work. That's fair. I could make this I could fit this into being a one room, honestly. Maybe I should. Because most of them would have been in one room cottages. I liked the L, but we can work up to that. We can work up to having an L shaped cottage. Hold on. Put that one there. Because I did think about doing the whole like one room cottage thing, but then I was like, but I want more rooms. And then I was like, but we should probably work up to that. There we go. There we go. Now I just gotta fix the roof. We'll expand. We will expand. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Look at it. It's a little one bedroom. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. I love it. The L was cute, but also this is also super cute. And I kind of, like you pointed out, and then I was like, you know what? I kind of like the idea of like working up. It's adorable. Look at the little tiny cottage. As long as you don't mind me going into like a one room after you mentioned it, then I'm okay with it. If you're okay with it. Because I could undo if I needed to. You've been doing a lot of peasant research for the last year. I would love to take advantage of it if you are willing to let me take advantage of it. Because I have a very limited amount of time to do my own research. I do my own research, but I don't have as much time. At least share sources if you can. Cut down on my time looking for them. You can stop. I wouldn't want to stop you from talking, Higglety. So don't even worry about it. It's adorable. I probably should have made the neighbors' houses simpler if I was going to give them this, but you know what? We're just preemptive. We can add more rooms if they get some money. And yeah, the peasants are particularly hard to research because, like, there's not nearly the amount of records as there is for the nobility, of course. Landscaping's gonna really make this lot feel more like it should. There we go. Ooh. One crowded little cottage with a... I like it. Let us start simple, work our way up. You've got Guy's book Life in Medieval Village, which uses a lot of primary references, gives a good idea of the kind of records available. Ooh, that's cool. Very, very cool. All right, I think we need to do like some landscaping type stuff. I want to give like it's all debug, none of it costs anything. Ordered it as an audiobook and a Kindle, so you listen to it at work. Ooh, very cool. I love a good audiobook. I mean, they were already also on like the open field system, so like I'm like a little bit conflicted about fencing it, but it would also protect it from like animals, so not that we have to deal with like real animals, but you know what? We're gonna focus on landscaping for a bit. Give me a little break here from that. Let's see. Save our tears for another day. Tears for another day. Let's see. You pretend that the open fields in your world are off on another lot. That's fair. tears for another season. Your tears for another day. Let's see, you give your guys a modded farming career, pretend they're going out to the fields, then you can cheat away the money or transfer it to our landlord character. Ah. That kind of makes sense. I think I'll stick with just having them farm on their lot, though, for me. Alright, where's some, like, grass and stuff? It helps that in Ultimate Decades, your founder had, like, 8 sons, so you were happy to send them out. Also fair. That's a lot of sons. No intrigue of one wanting to, off the older brother so that they could inherit. No, they were all really sweet. Aw, that's cute. Just a big happy family. Me a bad romance. See. Okay. Love, 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 love. Revenge. We could write a bad romance. Love's revenge. Write a bad romance. Oh. Let's see. Oh, a little too perfect. You're gonna do some crappy traits to start with next time. Fair. Hildegard did an April Fool's recording you'd love to use as your theme song if you ever learned how to record your Ultimate Decades. Of course, it would be a copyright issue, but you can dream. Well, it's only a copyright issue if you make money off of it or like post it online. Um, if you just like record it for just like you and like friends, that's not an issue, legally speaking. Someday you'd like to post video, but you know, no idea how to. Um, yeah, I've got it easy since I live stream on Twitch and there's a real easy function to just export the video to YouTube and I don't do any editing or anything outside of taking out the first like 6 minutes that are the starting soon, which I'm sure you've noticed having come from my YouTube channel, but I don't edit. I don't have time to edit. If I had money to pay someone to edit my YouTube videos for me, I would, but as of now, it just acts as an archive. You don't think you can handle live stream? I personally find live streaming less intimidating than the idea of like working on a video, editing it, and then putting it out. And that's because like live streaming, like don't get me wrong, it was very intimidating when I first started. But I was lucky that I'd already made a bunch of friends on Twitch. And so I had people like familiar names and stuff in my chat already kind of there to support me from the beginning. You know, friends and family and stuff. Though fun fact, my brother told me that I shouldn't stream. Um, Yeah, and some of the Ultimate Decades you watch take hours of editing each week. I don't have time for that. I work a full-time job outside of this. Honestly, I spend enough time just prepping for the live streams that I would never have time. Like Plumbobs and the Pastor Citrine Simmer or Sleepy. Yeah. Yeah, no, they spend a lot of time on editing, and I very much respect it. I don't have time to do editing. I barely have time to prep for the live streams. As it is. That's why it takes me a long time to like implement, not supplement. Oh my gosh. Implement. And I swear English is my first language, but it does not feel like it sometimes. Adding some flowers, because why not? Phoenix, welcome in. But yeah, I think I feel really blessed that I'd already made like a ton of friends on Twitch from the get. So I had familiar people waiting for me, and the Sims community is honestly really amazing on Twitch. So I've never had an issue with anybody being super mean or inappropriate with me to worry about. Hi, Phoenix. Let's see. But yeah, I acknowledge that I am very blessed to have the community I do on Twitch. Um, just very, very lucky to have met all of you, and have had such a positive experience as a new streamer. This week marks 1 year since I hit the go live buttons for the first time. And my own brother told me that I shouldn't try streaming when I told him I was planning to start live streaming. He said, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. You wouldn't be any good at it." 1 year later, over 300 followers. I think we've proven him wrong. Uh, so thank you all for helping me prove him wrong. And hello, Zeppy, welcome in. Because he's like, well, you have, and I said, why would you say that? And he said, because you have to be entertaining. Like I'm not entertaining. It's like, wow, thanks, brother. That makes me feel great. So, siblings. I mean, honestly, I think part of it from him was coming from a place of concern. At least I'd like to think so. That a lot of it was coming from a place of concern, of me being exposed and putting myself out there to the possibility of trolls and, people who would say mean things. Not that he's ever been like the protective older brother that some girls have. He was never that in my life. Kai, thank you for redeeming a group hydrate. Everyone, please take a drink of something that is not caffeinated. Thank you very much, Kai, for doing that. Taking care of us with your Leo coins. Appreciate you. So yeah, like I said, I just feel extremely blessed to have the community I have, to have had such a positive experience as a new live streamer on Twitch, because I know that is not the case for everyone. So just feeling very, very lucky. You had an evil grin and looked at your Dr. Pepper until you said not caffeinated. Yep, nope, it can't be caffeinated. Caffeine does not hydrate you. It may be a liquid, but it does not hydrate. Honestly, probably helps that you're streaming cozy games content, might be more acquainted with other game streams with more toxic environments. Very true. Like I said, Sims thankfully has such a positive and uplifting community on here. Very welcoming to new streamers. Um, very supportive and encouraging of each other. In some ways it feels like one big like extended family. Like all the other Sims streamers are almost like cousins. And of course you have favorites among the cousins. But everyone is very like positive, and while I've never had a bad experience, like a truly like negative, I've never had like a negative experience with a fellow simmer. Um, but you're right. It does help that I'm not playing like World of Warcraft or Fortnite or Halo. Never, none of those were really ever my kind of game. I'm definitely, now, not all the games that I play I would necessarily classify as cozy. Last month we played a little bit of Senua's Sacrifice, which is a fairly hardcore game. But let's see, we need a chamber pot. Um, all right, let's do a little bit more terrain texture. I honestly feel pretty good about what we have, considering we don't really want to give them too much to work with in the beginning. All right. Let's see. Check brazen again. Little wood bit. And let's see. Let's see. Nothing. I'll have to double check that this is actually functional as it is. But let's see. What's the playlist we're listening to? It is Hildegard von Blingen's complete collection. So it's all one artist. I just figured we'd switch it up with a little bit more vocals. It's a shorter playlist than our typical one. It's actually probably reaching the end here soon, in which case I'll probably switch us back so that it doesn't get old. You know, switch it to our usual Bardcore playlist for a little while, but dang, the cheese press and the liquid press are so expensive. It'll be a while before we can get that, but this is a stick. So I think we can have a stick thing for like preserving stuff. Ooh, I should put it over this, actually. I know it's very dark, but it would have been quite dark in these houses because they don't have a lot of windows. They don't have electric overhead. They just got a few candles. Just very mood lighting. Very mood lighting. And think of it like that. Mood lighting. Mm. I'm looking at the stuff. The fish rack is like 15, but we're not like fishermen. So maybe if they do some fishing, I'll have them. Yeah, exactly. They would have only been inside as much as they had to be. Their mother was probably in the one who was inside the most, with the father and sons working the field, and doing stuff of that nature. So their mother's probably the only one who would have spent any sort of significant amount of time in the house outside of like sleeping. I'm not sure why they have so much hay when they don't have. Well, you know, they have hay for. Hay's got a lot of uses. That's why. That's why they have a lot of hay. Because they can. That's why. There. Because hay is useful. I don't have any, like, fruit trees for them or anything. I suppose I could give them fruit trees, but that feels a bit like cheating. They can find some fruit trees in their area and then grow them, and then we can work with that. Like I said, going more the rags to riches angle. But I think it's so cute. All right, let's look at some like decor. Ooh, I could give them like a rabbit, like one of the rabbit stumps too, you know? Kind of want to make this like opening narrower, but also like it would make sense for it to be wide enough for a wagon. So hold on, let's find a wagon. So it could be narrower. Hold on, let's move some stuff a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. We can fix up the Higglety, if you haven't looked at Brazen Lotus mods, you should, because she's got some great content for like homesteading type gameplay. I have a cheese making mod, preserving racks, functional, like separated storages. Yeah! So big shout out to Brazen Lotus. I love, if you ever see this, I love your mods and custom content and all of it. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Use a lot of their plants. Same. I'm looking forward to growing wheat and making bread. I know technically in these days they would have like made the dough and then taken it to a baker, but yeah. Yeah, looking forward to having some wheat in the field. It'll look so pretty. Our wheat. All right. Do do do. Take a little moment to stretch here. Mm. You get, oh, you got somebody for barley? I'm gonna have to look, I'm writing that down. I'm looking for that tomorrow morning. Iceman. Okay, you can look up who. Yeah, if you want to put it in the you should be able to post to like the custom content and mods channel in the Discord, Higglety, if you'd like to share it. I want to add a little bit more. Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see. Please swing. Swing. This is what I was looking for. This one looks a little more. If only one of these branches was lower. Could size down the tree a little bit. Beep. You love a tree swing. Me too. Ooh, this one's got a darker rope. Let's use that one. You want to make ale in barley water, but don't know anyone that does that. Yeah. Barley is Pied Piper. Thank you very much, Higglety. I will be definitely looking over to getting that. So yeah, wagon, which they don't have yet. Oh my gosh, I've lowered the lot value so much, which is appropriate because they are peasants. They are peasants. Probably move on and have us work to finish the castle. Let's see. But we're going to spend the most time on this one, so I want to make sure it's perfect. Get together. Oh, Iceman has barley too. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just, like, pick one. Okay. Oh, one has animal feed override that uses the barley, but it's more expensive economically. Good to know. All right. Since this land is like not really being messed with right now, give it some like grass and stuff around it. Let's see. Hmm. This tree is supposedly climbable. So we'll see if it actually works. Well, I'll see if it actually works first on when I do game testing and stuff on Friday. Which will be off stream, but just gotta make sure everything's working together appropriately. See if I can't fix the texture issue on these couple things that's happening. Okay. I'm honestly pretty happy with this lot. What do y'all think? We like it? We excited to play on it on Saturday? This is where all family will live. Hob and Matilde and their sons, Adam and Richard and Everard. Do a little bit more texture. All right. Okay. Save this to the library. The library. Okay. Let's save the game and go to manage worlds. Let's go see if we can't finish up the castle so that we've got all the lots on this side of the map done. And then it's just a little bit in the actual city that I'll have to still finish up. Let's see. Castle. Castle on a hill. Oh, Coco! Welcome in, Raider! if you're not following Instant Coco and you like a good variety streamer, she's your gal. Go check her out. Definitely drop her a follow. I like hanging out in Coco's stream. Coco also does some co-working streams that are really fun with some puzzles. Very fun. But Coco, tell me all about how your stream was. If you want to talk about it, if you need to rate and run, I understand that too. But welcome in Coco and Candy and Phoenix, and Gandalf. And thank you for collecting your daily blanket. So, welcome in, Raiders. If you're new here, I'm Ren. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm a historical Sims and variety streamer. We're prepping for Ultimate Decades, which we start on Saturday. Going on 9 months of prep work we've done. We just switched builds to work on our castle. It was good. You were working on a split build in The Sims, half autumn, half winter, and it's turning out so cute. I remember seeing you build it when I was lurking in your stream earlier. I'll have to check and see where you left off with it because it was looking really good. Yes, yeah. No, we started early March or late February. I'm having trouble remembering, but that's when we started prepping for this challenge and doing all the builds for the world. We do have an entire map full of builds. We've basically rebuilt Windenburg. I have a couple lots left that I have to make some builds for. But for the most part, it is a completely redone map. You can't even conceive of being able to do that much prep. Yeah. No, I understand that. It's a lot. And, but yeah, if anyone needs to raid and run, I totally understand. Do what you gotta do. Take care of yourself. But if you'd like to hang out and bop to some of our music here, let me check what we're on now. I think it's officially gone off to just similar stuff to the first playlist we were on. If you guys are still vibing to it, I won't change it. It's like reading. It takes more than like a week to read. I'm done. Yeah, that's fair. And I'm like that with a lot of things. I think it's like a hyper-focus type thing. But also it ties into one of my key interests, which is history. I love history. So I play historical Sims and other like historical indie games and stuff. Except for Blooma's Book Club. Well, yeah, because Blooma's Book Club is awesome because it helps keep us accountable. But yeah, so we've got everything from like a cathedral, townhomes, bathhouse, like townhome shops, market, guild hall, which by the way, did you know that the gallery does not let you use the word guild on it? Weird. I don't know what beef EA has with guilds, but you're not allowed to use that word when you're uploading something to the gallery. Fun fact. Oh yeah, the totally secret book club that definitely does not exist. No, you can't have any like it can't be named guild something and you can't have any guild in the description of a build. EA has beef with the weirdest words. It is true. We have our monastery, which we already have some ideas on how we're gonna work that into some gameplay aspects. So I'm very excited about that. We've got, of course, our mini farms. I still have to move a bunch of Sims into their respective lots. To finish that off, but the gallery is weird. Yes, it is. You've kept descriptions EA has written for townies when you do makeovers. They'll say it's not okay for the gallery, right? Right? But yeah, so we're gonna try and see if we can maybe get the castle finished today. This will be technically a multi-residential is how I'm planning this. So that I can fit lots of Sims on it. I know in real life, not a lot of people would have actually like lived in the castle. more would have commuted to the castle. Let's see, they wouldn't take a character named Jolie. It was a bad word for some reason. EA is so weird sometimes. But yeah, so we've done our castle. I do have it technically listed as a royal castle. But it's probably gonna be, I could make it more of a, hold on, I could change it instead of being, oh, it's least royal home right now. Given to a sim on behalf of the head monarch. So this could be the home of the Lord de Warren and his daughters, who we made last night. They could live in this castle that happens to be just up the hill, just up the road from our legacy family. Enjoy your lurk, Coco. Thank you so much for the raid, for sharing your wonderful community with me. I very much appreciate it. Go get food and have a great night. So yeah, this may be the home of like the Warren family. We also have like a noble's painter. I did make like a throne room for this because I couldn't resist making like a proper throne room. Because why not? It's just fun and pretty, and I liked the idea of it. So we have a throne room, even though we're probably not going to have someone royal actually living here, at least not for a while. Just because I wanted a throne. Exactly, it's cool. Who doesn't want to make a throne room in The Sims? It's fun. And yeah, so we're gonna try and wrap up this build if we can. Let's see. You want a throne room in real life, right? Doesn't everyone? Doesn't everyone truly long to have a throne room? I feel like if somebody says no, they're lying. Extend this a little bit. Let's get some lights here. And then, I don't know, I might make these like some noble bed chambers. I may need to add some more rooms. But we'll see. We'll see. I will not make out that this is super duper historically accurate. I do my best as a hobby historian, but also I'm limited a bit by what's available to me through Sims and through the Sims custom content and modding community. So, all right, I think because this hall they could also use as like a dining place. They would just have to like put out the dining table and stuff and some chairs, and then it's a dining hall as well for feasts. We talked about that last time I was working on this. But yeah, noble. A noble's bedchamber for this. We'll have some more like servants type quarters, and kitchen and stuff will be on the first floor. Enjoy your lurk, Ellie. Thank you. All right, nobles. I like this bed. Ah, it disappeared. Okay, not that bed. This bed. A lot of their furniture disassembled. It was very practical. Let's see. That's a nice looking bed. Thank you. Sims was having a lot of trouble with like rugs, so I don't really want to use any rugs at the moment. I'm gonna avoid them for the time being. Because it wasn't letting me save my game last week if I used any rug. So avoid that for now and try again later. Hmm. Let's see. To be honest, you don't think they used a lot of floor rugs in England in the 14th century? Also fair. You'd have to check that, but it's not your memory. To be fair, I haven't done a whole lot of research on interior design for the 14th century. That was less my focus than actual, like, the sociology and such. Um, Stuff like Persian carpet was used on the wall instead of the floor. Right, like tapestries type. Um, oh, they would probably have a fireplace in here. Hold on. Hold on, I've got some fireplaces I can use. Or at least in the outer room, they would have a fireplace. Mm. Hmm. All right. Like I said, interior design was not really my focus when I was researching the period, so this may most likely be not particularly accurate. But I figured they probably had like a sitting area if they're nobles. Ooh, maybe a harp? Hold on. I have a harp. Add that in because we can. Ooh, they might even have like a chess table if they're nobles. You know, kind of a recreational space, a little bit. Let's see. Oop, I got this. Okay. Let's see. And they would have had like plastered and painted walls. Maybe not like that, but swans. Yeah, no. That one's broken. Broken, broken, broken. Okay. The landscape is pretty, isn't it? Broken. Well, we can have them have a fancy landscape, even though it might be a little early for that particular art style. Hmm. see. Okay. Let's see what else. If this is where the 5 Warren sisters are gonna live, we're gonna need more rooms. Thank you so much for the follow. Follows are anonymous, so you don't feel put on the spot. So feel free to lurk or say hi if you would wish. Just know that we're glad you're here. Let's see. Like, I feel like this is gonna be like family wing. You know what I mean? Oh, shoot. Go away. Let's see. We could probably fit 5 beds between that for all the daughters. To live in. Shame to break up the landscape though. Move these a little. Probably function like that. All right. Grab some windows. See what we can do. About some beds for these noble girls. Because honestly, even in these days, like even as nobles, I doubt they would each have their own bedroom. Like if you're royalty, you get like a whole suites and stuff, but for nobility, I somehow doubt. At the very least, I don't have room for it, so. Alright. We've got 5 daughters. Edward II had a whole team sleeping in his chambers. Exactly. Exactly. Amaryllis, welcome in. Thanks for collecting your daily blanket. How are you, love? Let's see, where's a twin-sized bed? I mean, I could do bigger bed and just, but it'll be harder because there's 5 girls to get beds for, so I think I need to switch to a narrower archway for their bedrooms. Hold on. Narrower. Hmm. No, it's like the wrong style, but I think I'm gonna go with it. Just, no, I'm not. I'm looking for one that's only taking up 1 square. One square. You know what? Close enough. Close enough. Wait. Hmm. Let's do this one. Yeah, all right. Because we have 6 kids to have be in beds, but one of them's a boy. I don't know how shy they were about different, opposite sex siblings sharing bedrooms. But I know girls could share bedrooms and guys could share bedrooms, so I don't know. For convenience, I'll probably just give them 6 beds here. Let's see. Hmm. There, okay. 6 beds. Good enough. I'm gonna put it. See. See. Undo. Oh, geez, you're gonna give me trouble on this. Spilled has been something of a pain when it comes to building ceilings and roofs. Okay. Good enough. Okay. Okay. Make sure you stretch frequently if you've been sitting down for a while. I might have to finish this one off stream. Um, but I'm gonna work for a little while longer, but because I stayed up so late last night, I don't have quite the stamina I usually have. Easel. Oh, let's see. Only I will. Can I call you Will? Welcome in. I'm glad you're liking the castle. We've spent a long time getting it right where we want it. Oop, blank spot. Hold on. Okay. Got it. It does have a lot of custom content, but it will be on the gallery when it's done. So you would at least have the shell if you wanted to use it for your own gameplay. Once it's done. It's not done yet, but I'm hoping I'll have it done and uploaded by Saturday, even if I end up, like, finishing it off stream. Yes, Will. Okay, well, welcome in, Will. It's good to have you. All right, we are good. I am just very proud of the throne room, especially given how many tries it took because The Sims wasn't letting us save our game when we tried to put down a rug. Yeah. Throne room, all that. We've got kind of like head of the castle, living quarters type. I should probably put some chamber pots, but I kind of have chamber tower, which my understanding was kind of the norm in a lot of castles. I'm not sure if they would have the chamber pots in their bit too, but I've got the toilet at the top of the tower and the empty at the bottom. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in officially. Let's see, stable. We do still have to put a kitchen downstairs. Maybe we should start there, with the kitchen. Let's get a light in here so that we can actually see what we're doing as well. 1 second while I grab a light. Light, so that we can see what we're doing. Where's the one? Where's the saucer light? There it is. Boop, boop. Just temporary lights while we work. Figure out what's going on. You're gonna go to sleep, Pigglety. I hope you have a good night. And sleep very well. Thanks for hanging out here. Aw, thank you, Will. I really, really appreciate that. Um, let's copy this. Obviously, like all the outer bits and stuff are from the Castle Estate kit, so if you have that kit, you won't lose out on those bits. Um, Makes you want to check out more period CC, right? I'm gonna be doing that myself in the morning. I'm also calling this I'm calling it Winden Castle. Fun fact, that's what I've like in my head been calling it. It's Winden Castle because it's Windenburg, which we've actually renamed Windenshire to sound more English for Ultimate Decades. Winden Castle. I've built it on the Chalet Gardens lot because I have a mod that lets me change the lot type of any lot I want. So I could build here. Because I was not about to be told no. Alright. At least one of these needs to be like a kitchen. So we probably need some stone floors down here, honestly. Like more of a cobblestone. Honestly, this floor from the Star Wars pack is not bad for using this sort of thing. It's even got a browner one, which I think I'll use in this case. Okay, let's grab a functional oven. And if anyone wants to share some like fun Thanksgiving traditions or fall holiday traditions if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I'd love to hear about them. But don't feel like you don't. Makes you want to do a decades challenge, but it seems like a lot of work. Well, if you want to just watch a decades challenge, we're starting our decades challenge on Saturday. If you'd like to keep up with us there and just kind of live vicariously, because you're right, it does take a lot of work. Not everyone does it quite to the level that I've kind of taken it because I'm extra AF, and have been prepping for 9 months. This is literally my baby about to be born. um, Much less work for little old me. Yeah, so feel free to, join us for our Ultimate Decades Challenge. You love watching the dog show on Thanksgiving? I always forget about the dog show, and I think it's because my family hasn't had cable in a very long time. So I never have the dog show anymore. But it was always on when I could usually get it on if I was at my granddad's Thanksgiving. Let's see. Not that tall. I'm gonna use this one because they're probably making a lot of food. You like to watch the parade for Thanksgiving and just stay in PJs all day? That's fun too. Honestly. Any favorite Thanksgiving foods anybody has? Mm, there we go. PJs are a must. Yeah. Oh, fun fact though. tomorrow is not just Thanksgiving, it is also National French Toast Day. So if you like French toast, it's a good day to indulge in the morning. If you don't want to like stuffing, blanket for snuggle, definitely. You're vegetarian, so you don't eat the meat, just the stuffing. That's fair. That's fair. Let's see. I might turn this. Where's the like rolling? There's like dough debug. Here we go. Hopefully it's not floating too bad. Nope, it's not. Okay, cool. Let's see. It's time. Is it Pinky Pun time? It is Pinky Pun time. If you don't like puns, mute for like 2 minutes. What do you call a salsa that only takes in one side of the story? A biased sauce. What did the father say to his crying son at his Indian themed birthday party? It's chapati and you can cry if you want to. What's an avocado's favorite music? Guac and roll. Why was the robot so tired after his road trip? He had a hard drive. What do you get if you cross the Atlantic with the Titanic? About halfway. Uh, what do you call an alligator wearing a vest? An investigator. Thank you, Pinky, for the puns. Puns are officially over, if anybody muted to avoid them. I know not everybody likes puns, so I like puns though, and I love that Pinky provides us some puns every time they're in our stream. There we go. Okay. See. Not everybody enjoys puns, but Pinky enjoys writing, reading, and telling them. Very fair. Make these a darker wood. see. I think over here we might make just a storage room type situation. Da, 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 da. Those aren't old enough though. Hmm. Let's see about finding some like barrels. Oh, that's what we forgot in the kitchen. It's okay. I'll get it in a sec. Barrels, some barrels of things. The thing I forgot, that's right. That was a functional sink that fits the medieval vibe. Sink, sink, sink. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Get some lights in here. See. Get rid of these so we have moodier lighting. Okay. We could put some servant beds like next door. You know, something for like a cook and a stable hand and, you know, a couple beds for whoever is working at the castle. Lynn, thanks for boosting your cozy. If you weren't cozy before, you definitely are now. See. You've been playing Palia for a couple hours. That's definitely a way to get cozy. For sure. There's some places for servants. I'm gonna grab... Oh, I forgot that one doesn't like to be swatched. See, grab a like chest. Small chest. Hmm. Okay. Well, we did make some progress. I am feeling pretty tired and my neck is hurting. And we're only a little earlier than when I usually end a Wednesday stream. So I do think I'm gonna go ahead and find us somebody right now. I did stream like almost 2 full hours longer than usual last night. So we definitely made some progress. I'm probably gonna end up finishing this one off stream. Just to wrap up the interior decorating and then upload it to the gallery, but we will see it in the future. During some possible gameplay. So we can look forward to that. I might save my game here. Thank you all for joining me tonight and for friends that we've known for a while and new friends we made tonight. Very happy to hang out with you all. My next stream will be our first Ultimate Decades Challenge episode. That'll be on Saturday. We're gonna start at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, Zen, thank you for the thank you for the raid, Zen. I'm actually about to raid out. But thank you. I do appreciate it. Zen is also a variety streamer who plays a little bit different types of games than I do, but is a good bean to hang out with. So make sure you drop them a follow and show them some love for coming by to support us. But I'm gonna see if we've got anybody here who's doing building in The Sims. Do I know anybody who's building in The Sims? I don't know anybody who's building in The Sims right now. Oh, geez. Go figure. Oh. We could make a new friend, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, thanks, Zen. You too. Let's see. I'm just looking at somebody's profile because I don't know them. They play a lot of like cozy games. They're doing some Sims building right now, doing some micro homes. So we could go say hi and make a new friend. And Sims community is usually pretty good. So let's get our raid messages copied. If you are a follower, that's the first raid message to copy. If you're a subscriber, that's the second raid message to copy. Joining me tonight as we did some building, we finished our legacy farm, we made some progress on interior decorating of the castle. Like I said, I'm probably gonna finish this and get it uploaded here in the next 2 days, on my own time, just so that it's done. But I very much appreciate you all. We're gonna go raid, I don't know this one, but their name is Caitlin Jolene. So I figure let's give them a let's meet a new friend. I'm feeling brave enough. Let's try making a new friend. Caitlin Jolene _ Sims is where we are heading. If you get lost, that's where we'll be. So yeah, we're gonna make a new friend. We're gonna make a new friend. So make sure you copy your raid messages. And whatever your time zone, wherever you're at, whether you've been lurking or chatting or in and out, a little bit of both. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. And I hope you all have a wonderful night, day, time zone. And until next time, it's a goodbye for now, my guys, gals, and non binary pals. See you next time.